Hey everybody, Darren here from the Music Vault. I just got a package in the mail today. It was my order from Roxx Records. Now, I had to scale the order down because it was going to cost me. This one here cost me a fair bit. But I had to take out, I think I had 3 CDs in there, and I think I had another vinyl in there that I had to take out because, or maybe it was 4 CDs, just because my bill was going to be through the roof. And yeah, there's always another day to order. But first, my Roxx Records. Let me talk about Roxx Records. Roxx is a label from California. They do a lot of reissues on vinyl that might not have done on vinyl or that have been long since out of print. They do some obscure bands that some people might not have heard of, other people would have heard of. I don't know exactly how long they've been going. I know it's been a number of years. Now they're partnered up with a new label called No Life Till Metal Records, and they are putting out some really good stuff. I got my package here. I highly recommend you going to Roxx Records. I'll put a link below. They're just so good to work with, order from. They're just a great label, and they put out a lot of killer stuff. Some stuff I hadn't heard. That I'm being a vinyl collector, I'm being introduced to some new bands. And I've been reintroduced to a lot of old bands that that I really like, that I haven't really necessarily listened to for a little bit, or albums that I haven't listened to in a fair bit. So I'm just gonna dive right in here. I know there's like 3 full-length albums and a 7-inch and a poster. So here we go. The poster is Deliverance. Now this is from the very first record. This came out. So I got this, but I ordered that. Now this is the very first Deliverance record. I have it on CD, original pressing, because I got it way back when. Now, funny thing about Deliverance is I was a huge Metallica fan. Huge Metallica fan back in the day. Their early stuff is awesome. And I had my best friend's brother, actually. He said, "Oh, you got to check this band out. They're a Christian band, but they'd be kind of like in lines with like what Metallica was doing. Not necessarily sounding like Metallica, but they were, if I'd have to pigeonhole these guys with a band, I'd put them more overkillish. Not for speed but just guitar sound, I think. This is just my opinion. But I would put them more toward an overkill, a more overkill vibe. Reason why I'm saying Metallica right now is because I was a huge Metallica fan back then, and this was actually, other than Striper, this was probably, I want to say this was probably one of the first Christian metal records that I heard. Now this thing is full of chunks and riffs. It's fast. It's a lot of heavy guitar parts. Vocal style would be like more like a Queensryche-ish kind of vocal style, clean vocals. It's not the normal thrash, speed metal, grimy, gritty vocal style. It's very clean, and very clean in the vocal approach as well. I highly recommend this record, obviously, and you get it at Roxx Records. But now this one, not oddly enough, cool part about this record actually is it's one of the first releases by that label, No Life to Metal Records, which is a cool, the logo's pretty cool. Anyways, that's No Life to Metal Records is Scott Waters from the vinyl community. You'll know him. I know that anybody that subscribes to my channel, I know subscribes to his. But they're putting out some amazing stuff now. This, I think, is one of the first releases by this band. So I'm going to do this one. This was the very first Deliverance. Now it's put on album. 2, the brand new 2018 release of Deliverance. And this was put out by Roxx in conjunction with Three Frogs Studio, which I think Jimmy P. Brown, which is right there, I think he works at that studio, or he did work at that studio. What I've heard from this is friggin' amazing. It's right back to that style Deliverance. So I would say originally this came out in the late 80s, I want to say. There's got to be at least 30 years on this band. Just with a bolt. I think I have 3/4 of the releases. I didn't get Hear What I Say. I don't know why. Now I can't find it anywhere. So if anybody knows where I can get that at a decent price, comment below. So yeah, this is called the Submersive Kind. And this is the brand new Deliverance. I've been looking for. I wanted to get the CD as well, but this is one of the CDs that I had to dumb down, or the pack. Why I had to dumb down the package, because the CD was $13. So that was another one of the thingamashwings that I had to slow down with. Came with this. Upcoming releases. I want to get that Final Prophecy. That's a heavy thrash metal from 1990, available on CD and vinyl as part of the Roxx Records Underground series. But I don't think that hasn't come out yet. And these 3 releases here, I want to get this one. This is my next one. This only came out on CD. That's my next one, but that hasn't even been issued yet. And I've got that one sitting right there. So, getting to that one. This is the 7-inch put out split by Roxx and No Life to Metal. Side 1 is Waiting in Darkness, which is a Join the Dead tune. And then What a Joke, which is a Deliverance cover, as well as It's the Beat, which is another Deliverance cover. And that's got Jim Chafin on drums, and he is from The Crucified, The New Deliverance, Face Down. What else did he put out? He did something else. I can't remember what it was. But he's really well known for The Crucified. He was the drummer for The Crucified, or still is the drummer for The Crucified, who is another great crossover punk thrash, just full on, full ahead band. Michael Phillips, who is a well-known guitar player. I think he was in Join the Dead, if I'm not mistaken. and he plays guitar or does a couple of solos on the new Crushing the Deceiver LP, which I want to get as well. And then Scott Waters. Well, we all know who Scott Waters is. I'm not gonna. That's like reinventing the wheel. Just we all know who Scott is, and just Mr. Jack of all trades, Mr. Talent, awesome guy. But yeah, this will be good. I haven't heard this yet, but I can hardly wait. My only 150 put out, and I have 68 of 150. I didn't think I was going to get this actually, because the first couple of months in the new year for us is pretty hard with money. We have a few things that are due, and then my wife's car died, so we had to do that. So, and when I had talked to Scott, he said this was selling out pretty quick, or it was on its way of selling out, or however worded, which got me kind of. And he said that he didn't have any extra copies, so I couldn't trade them. So I really had to get on the ball. So I was able to get some money together to get this order, and I had to have grabbed this for sure. Only because, like, this is Scott's baby right here, and I just want to support them because they're a great label. And the more you support the labels, the more comes out. So when you stop supporting them, well, then they can't do anything, right? So then everything just kind of dries up. So I wanted to support them, and I wanted to grab this. And this is a cool collection, cool little piece, another piece for my collection. And the last one that I wanted to get was this. Now this is strictly limited to 150 copies as well, but this is just a powerhouse of death metal, and that is Terraphobia, and this is called Evolution. Oh, laundry's done. And this is part of the Roxx series, number 8. I've got a bunch. I think I've got 3/4 of the Roxx. I know I didn't get the first one, One Row Production, or One Row Vision or whatever, because I didn't like it. And I didn't want to waste my money. I would love to get it, to have the series, but I just can't be bothered. I don't like it, and if I don't like it, I'm not going to waste my money on it just because it's a series. And the other one was a Saint record that is gone. I can't get that anymore, which I'm kind of bummed about. But they have a couple more that I want to get. But I think I have pretty much every release other than that Saint and that One Row Vision or whatever. Now I have this, and I can hardly wait. This is an awesome record. I can hardly wait to throw this one on. Now this is in the typical J-card fashion. Seems pretty thick, so I don't know. Let's open this puppy up, see what's in here. I don't know if it's just, yeah, I wanted to order. Oh, I see how it is. This is nice. Has this black, whatchamacallit, and then it just standard black vinyl. Really cool custom centering and the Roxx logo. I wanted to get the CD LP package, but I couldn't because, again, like I said, I had to save money. And then of course it has and my copy is 33 out of 150, which is really cool. And it's Mike Jelinek, and he is from, or was part of, Mortification for a number of years. I don't know if he still is, but this album is just ripping death metal, and as we all know, I love death metal. In the background I've got the new Rivers of Nile playing. Don't ask me the name of it because I don't know, but I'm going to be picking that up soon too. Anyways, yeah, that's my Roxx package. I hope you like it. I highly recommend that you go to Roxx Records, support the label, help Scott out with his label, No Life Till Metal Records. They're going to be putting out awesome stuff in the future, and I think that as a vinyl community, we need to support these guys. Okay, so that looks like that's the end of it, and I will shout back later. Peace, guys. See you later.